Hello everybody, welcome to It Was Tuesday. We have a special show tonight. As you can see right here, we are actually going to be doing a restream of the upcoming Evo announcement stream. They still haven't really talked about what they're announcing. We can assume lineup, we can assume venue. So let's go ahead and just get started talking about that right away here. So, again, there's going to be an Evo stream literally starting in about 10 minutes. But before we actually start watching the stream, the only thing I wanted to do was basically something that I did at the end of last week's show. But just kind of want to recap this a little bit here. And that is, of course, give our predictions if they are revealing a lineup. I want to just kind of give my predictions here. So zoom in here. Let's zoom in. Control plus. So let's do this. And to be honest with you, I don't really think that there's much, like, I don't think that there's a lot of wiggle room this year for all of the fighting games here. I think it's going to be pretty clear what games we're going to have on. So again, Street Fighter 6, obviously. Tekken 8, I feel like is obvious guarantee. Mortal Kombat 1, obviously brand new, just came out. I think that's a guarantee. And Guilty Gear Strive, right? I feel like these four are basically... no, actually, I think there's 5 guarantees, actually. Grand Blue Fantasy Rising. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, I think, is also a guarantee. And honestly, like, last year had 8 games. I remember one of them was a retro game that they made it sound like that they were going to try to continue to do. So I feel like this is kind of the guarantee here. Yeah, I mean, people in the chat mentioning that MK1 is kind of in a situation that people aren't particularly happy with, but give it some time. And still, it is a brand new game, and I feel like it absolutely deserves this spot, right? So the question is, what are the other games that are going to be in here? Well, brand new game, just came out. I really do think Under Night in Birth 2... Sis Celeste has a really high chance of making it in there. I don't know the actual spelling, but I do believe that Under Night in Birth 2 Sis Celeste is going to make it because, again, brand new game. I mean, look at this lineup already. These are all games that came out within the last year except for Strive. Like, literally, like... you go back exactly 1 year from now, and Strive is the only game that actually exists right now. Is this potentially the craziest lineup of, you know, brand new? Is this the first time in a long time Evo is at a lineup that is almost all completely brand new games in 2024? And it's crazy to even think that we are in this kind of situation here. Now, if we actually take the number 8 spot and we make it a retro game like before, like they had for MVC2, if they do decide to keep one retro game in here, someone pointed, I mean, I would say Third Strike because Third Strike feels like the obvious choice after UMVC3, but someone mentioned that Third Strike is at Evo Japan, so they might try not to repeat that, and that makes a lot of sense. And so, you know, an obvious pick would be like Super Turbo or something like that. But given the nature of, you know, Rick the Hado being in charge and stuff, my guess for the retro game is going to be Killer Instinct. Because it also just got updated and has a new patch. So it would be really interesting to have Killer Instinct be the retro game, but at the same time not be the retro game because it just got updated. So I think it would be really, really cool to see Killer Instinct in this position. But that leaves this mysterious 7th spot here. What could this possibly be? What could this possibly be? Now, the 2 games, in my opinion, that are fighting for this spot if we only have one spot left for this, I feel like the only games that can come in here are King of Fighters 15 and Dragon Ball Fighters. These are the games that I feel like have the potential to be in this spot. It's a tough one. This is a really tough one. Obviously, King of Fighters is newer, but Dragon Ball Fighters has always just kind of been in this spot, and it's always kind of perennially been a game at Evo for quite some time, you know? Now, here's the thing. KOF is just going to complete a World Championships, and does that mean they're going to announce a Season 3? They just added a brand new mechanic, so most people who are KOF fans are suspecting that we're going to get a Season 3 announced at the SNK World Championships. Whereas Dragon Ball Fighters, we're all still waiting for that rollback netcode, etc., etc. And again, Scorpion's Pupil, I said this last year. Tagless Evo? No, not a tagless Evo because Mortal Kombat 1 exists. If you're looking for a Marvel-esque game, you don't have to look any farther than Mortal Kombat 1, which is, okay, fine, assist, not tag. But still, it is a crazy, crazy game. It is a crazy, crazy-ass game. But you're right, you're right. It is not a tag game. And so, yeah, if there was no Dragon Ball Fighters, we would literally have no tag games at all. Right, and see, you can see here right now, there's a lot of people debating. Is it going to be Dragon Ball? Is it going to be KOF? Like, Dragon Ball, I still think has better numbers than KOF, but KOF is newer. You know, they may have things like the Fatal Fury, the Children of the Wolves to announce. You know, they have that kind of stuff, so maybe that's a little bit a factor coming into play right now. Obviously, I have 2 minutes before the stream starts, so my guess is going to be King of Fighters 15. This is my guess for what's actually going to be there. This is my lineup guess right now. And so, yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters may fall out of this. And yes, that might mean we have no tag fighters. But again, the difference between King of Fighters 15 and Dragon Ball Fighters here, like the likelihood between these two is so minute. And yes, like Little Akiba Games says, I think this year really makes an outstanding case for going back up to 9 games. Because not having Dragon Ball Fighters or not having King of Fighters, it feels like a real shame. And so it's really hard to say which one would actually be better, like to have in there. And boy, but again, every year, you know, there's always been one game or one community that gets disappointed, right? There's always one community that has to have their heart broken. MVC2 was always a staple at Evo. And in fact, Third Strike was the game that was not at an Evo. It was not at Evo 2002. Third Strike disappeared, but MVC2 was basically at every Evo until MVC3 came out, basically. But basically, oh dang, they're showing the key to the city moment here. Oh no, not yet. Okay, I thought they were doing that right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump over to the Evo stream over here. This was so sick.
County, the sports capital of the world. We have the Super Bowl down the road. We have F1 up the road. We have every other sport. But Evo is the most important sport we have.
Not basketball.
Let's go, Evo! Key to the city. So I guess they're talking about moments from Evo 2023. Basically, Soul Calibur has no chance this year. Just zero chance. If you're talking about, you know, if Soul Calibur may have a chance of actually getting a new version, again, that one, even most of the diehard Soul Calibur fans don't feel like that there's much of a chance for that. So most likely that probably won't happen anytime soon. So, jeez, Arslan Ash winning Evo Japan and Big Willie Cam, nice. Oh man. Yeah. So keep in mind, you know, thanks to like at Frosty Faustings with the Vortex Gallery, because they run so many things. Every game is going to be at Evo practically in one shape or another. We're going to have a lot of people running a bunch of side tournaments. I'm sure Vortex Gallery will have a huge presence at Evo, just like they have basically every year. So I'm sure they'll be running a lot of side tournaments over there. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you are a Soul Calibur fan, you know, you'll have Soul Calibur there. If you're a Sailor Moon fan, you'll have Sailor Moon there, etc. I don't think that there's going to be really any difficulties of being able to find a side event. And yeah, I mean, you can even see in the chat right there, you know, someone in the chat mentioning, I don't think we'll ever get another Soul Calibur, unfortunately. And yeah, there's that thought. Now, obviously, we'll get another Soul Calibur eventually. Whether it's Soul Calibur like 7 as like, you know, 8 years later, like we're reviving this franchise, you know, like I feel like it'll probably happen. Like, so we're going to get a new Bloody Roar someday, probably. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're already trying to work on a Virtua Fighter 6, you know. So again, I feel like, you know, we're never at a point where we're not going to get a sequel, guaranteed, but, you know, hopefully we'll actually get something, you know, soon for Soul Calibur, maybe. Oh, man. All right, hang on a second. Let me go ahead and take my old man meds before the stream actually starts here. But again, I feel like literally the only question of the lineup this year is going to be King of Fighters or Dragon Ball Fighters, or maybe both if they go 9 games. I really do not think Jimmy J Tran, let's go Jimmy J Tran. I really don't think this year is gonna be very crazy. Again, if you missed my predictions over here, my predictions are Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 1, Guilty Gear Strive, and Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising. Those 5 games I think are a lock. I think Under Night In-Birth 2 is virtually a lock. And so if they keep the 8th game as a retro game like they did for UMVC 3 last year, my guess is Killer Instinct. Mostly because, you know, it just got a brand new patch all of a sudden out of nowhere. It's celebrating, I think, its 10th anniversary and all this stuff. So I think it would be a great time to re-familiarize people with the game. And given, you know, the Hado's, you know, love for the game, and, you know, he personally loves Killer Instinct a lot, I think that's a good idea. But King of Fighters 15, and yeah, so here's the interesting thing. Omni Otsuko says in the chat, you know, we do have a new venue, right? That's what we've been told, a new venue. So does that mean bigger venue so we can have 9 games? Does that mean we have 9 games? But here we go. Here we go. Turning the volume all the way up. Oh, yo. Oh, boy. Say jam? Say jam?
You need some extra guac with that? Hey man, you want extra guac?
もっとキックが欲しいな。
Do you need some extra
Hell yeah, I'd love extra guac.
Welcome back.
Damn.
Las Vegas, Nevada here for Evo.
Oh, my God. Let's go, Blind Sven.
Oh, I got it! Evo 2023 High Lumina Champion!
Evo last year was really amazing, honestly.
That's right. Imagine. That's right. Yeah, that's how it sounds.
Oh, you're getting reverb on the Evo audio? Might be my microphone. If I do this, does the reverb go away?
Freebird, your Street Fighter 6 Evolution 2023 champion.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a mic picking it up from my speakers.
Welcome to the Evo 2024 announcement show. I'm Vicious, he's Majin Obama, and if you haven't guessed, Evo 2024 is once again presented by Chipotle.
Yeah, what's going on, man? So Evo 2023 was incredible. It set all new records for tournament registrants, attendees. We even got the key to the city of Las Vegas. And more than a few good matches along the way, too.
Absolutely, we did. Well, Ninja Killer and Rebirth.
Did they really set up a TV in Evo at a Chipotle?
So it means we get to do it all over again, including giving away free Chipotle. So be sure to text EVO 224 to 888-222 for the chance to win a Chipotle buy one, get one. See, it pays to watch the live stream, right? So if you want to be a good homie, let all of your friends know that we'll be streaming.
Yeah, actually, we shouldn't be telling them so we can keep the odds in favor of ourselves of winning more free Chipotle.
You know, that's actually kind of fair. That checks out. Now, while Chipotle and Evo will be running it back again this year, there are going to be a lot of changes for Evo 24, including the venue, arena, ticket, a new YouTube channel, and of course, some games that are going to be on the main stage for the very, very first time, including this.
Tekken 8.
Is your Tekken 7 champion.
This is it. Tekken 8. Let's grab out of there. Gets the knife on the heat.
How's the volume now, guys?
Our chance for Book to hold on here, but Arslan and... I'm so excited of what's coming up. These guys, for both these guys, respect is not assumed.
Yep, no shock there. No shock there, Tekken 8. Again, like I said, I don't think that there's going to be a lot of shocks for this.
はい、鉄拳プロジェクトの原田です。そして、
マイケルです。
はい、鉄拳ね、7から8になりました。みんなね、もう楽しんでくれてると思うんです。すごいいつもサポートありがとうございます。というわけで、エボのラスベガス。
I feel like they're standing in front of a giant refrigerator, and I know it's not, but that's what it looked like to me.
ということで、皆さんおなじみのラスベガスで鉄拳8の大会開催されるので、皆さんね、エントリーの方、よろしくお願いします。というのと、あとは、エボジャパンあるんだよね、その前に。4月ですね。
I feel like it's probably the lobby of one of the offices because there's just a TV and a very fancy wall.
はい、あと何かありますか？
まずエントリーですね。ジャパンもそうなんですけど、ベガスもやっぱり鉄拳の熱意、皆さんその参加人数でちょっと見てみたいなと。俺とハルはもしかして参戦するかもしれない。このベイナーで。
ちょっと参戦しようかな、俺。
ね。
Wow.
なんかね、またエゴみんなライブで見に来るとね、いろいろ楽しいことあるんですよ。なんで、
They were running casuals. Sounds like it based off of what they're talking about here. They've already announced that Evo's going to be at a new venue, so I'm curious. Everybody keeps saying it's probably going to be at the Vegas Sphere, but I don't know anything about the Vegas Sphere. I don't know how big it is on the inside, etc., etc.
While this year will be Tekken 8's debut on Evo Las Vegas' main stage, our next title had a record-breaking performance at last year's Evo.
All right, round number 1, y'all. Opening.
Oh, God. They're just getting him out of the way. Nice.
Street Fighter 6.
Pressure from Punk. Angry Bird puts him in burnout now. Good pull right through. Wow, that was so smart there from Punk to backdash.
Yo, somebody give me a picture of that.
Oh my God, he's got another 2 for the install. 2 in 1 round. Uh-oh, plus range. Oh!
So this is our first surprise of the day. Street Fighter 6 is actually coming back.
Fighter 6 Evolution 2023 champion. All the way through over 7,000 competitors.
I wonder if the entrance is going to go up or down. Obviously, a lot of people
I'd like to think that
already kind of
Street Fighter 6 set Evo
frustrated
because of the
drive rushes.
Commentator lineup included in the game. Talent that includes one of the most passionate, genuine, beloved, and not bald commentators in the FGC. It's Tasty Steve.
People always tell me, like, bro, you like everything. I'm like, one, I don't like everything. I was like, I only put my energy to the things that I like, right? Like, that's how I operate.
I'm always sad because
I like it. Right?
they never asked me to join any of these kind of projects.
Obviously, right? Not everything is on the same level.
Come on.
But if I genuinely enjoy it, I really, really get into it. And like people are like, bro, you can't be that hype about a game. But a lot of people don't know I went to school for multimedia game design. I wanted to make games at one point in time. And like for me, like I have a strong appreciation for not just fighting games, but just games in general. And my appreciation for it is like, I respect it.
Oh, poor Spag.
Like, I don't think people understand like the mental fortitude it takes to play for long hours and have the high level play and make proper reads and have reflexes to train yourself to do things like that. That to me is something that I feel like should always be like hyped up, right? And like, I like showing how much fun the thing is that I'm doing. So like I'm always going to exude that. I'm always going to
Tasty
I know some
Steve.
people like, bro, he doesn't know. I don't do that for everything. Because there's a lot of stuff that I can talk smack about, but I don't, because we don't waste our energy there. We stay on the cool things, the things that we like, the things that we get excited about.
Let go of my collarbone, Steve, it's squeezing it! Let it go! Final round! Losers final! Go!
Oh,
You can
man.
check out the full life and times of Tasty Steve on Evo's new YouTube channel, Evo FGC.
Evo
There's going to be
FGC.
new
Interesting.
They started uploading content a couple weeks ago, so right now you can head over to Evo FGC's YouTube channel and see the life and times of Tasty Steve, the best Street Fighter 6 matches with Sajam, a discussion with Project L devs, and a video featuring Evo champion and NRS legend Rewind. Speaking of NRS, I doubt you'd be surprised when I tell you the next featured game at Evo 2024 will include the thickest red spandex adorned cheeks the FGC has ever seen.
Excuse me?
Final tournament for Mortal Kombat as we usher in a
Excuse me?
chapter of Mortal Kombat history.
And that's gonna be it! The breakaway is used, and the grab seals the deal! Ninja Killer!
Yep, so again, we've gotten 3 games that I feel like are locks out of the way here.
You should fear the Shirai Ryu.
I found my destiny.
There you go, MK1. Oh yeah, I mean, again, you know,
everyone.
NRS
Lansdowne
deserves to always be there.
NetherRealm Studios, we are proud to announce that for the first time, Mortal Kombat 1 will be a featured game at Evo 20.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't have any
I'd like to thank all of our fans for their continued
team members speak about
We
Street
cannot
Fighter
wait to
6.
See you all in Vegas.
Last year's Mortal Kombat 11 run by Ninja Killer was incredible. And it's these kinds of storylines, pop-offs, and moments that define Evo. Evo 2023 set records for the most entrants for an open bracket tournament. And in part, it was thanks to this next game that set a record for participants last year. And it's back to bring even more chaos to Evo 2024.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Or hell. Are you ready? Let's rock.
Oh no, why did you do it like that?
Daru taking advantage. Holding down back. Yeah, that could have been it. Daru's getting another burst.
God confirms it. Got the burst in the last second. Hold on. No, did you see that crowd? Yeah. Whatever you got to bring it out right now.
God, Nubenheimer, dude. Dude, Nubenheimer's ridiculous. You should have seen his guile at Frosty Faustings, dude. Nubenheimer's amazing.
Never thought we would see it take it this far, man. 2,500 bracket.
Well, they already said that the next DLC character is going to be playable at the Arc Revo, at the Arc World Finals. They haven't even announced the character, but they said that they're going to be playable, if I'm not mistaken.
アークシステムワークス
アキラカタノ
片野明ですギルティギアストライブプロデューサーの宮内健です
ケン宮内
なんと2024年4月のエボジャパンと2024年7月のエボのメインタイトルにギルティギアストライブ
Well, considering Strive has only had 2 years, no.
一つのタイトルでこれだけ長く
It's already been US and EU
の皆さんのおかげだと思っております本当にありがとうございますエボといえば我々いつも楽しみにしていることがありますよね普段見ない組み合わせだったりだとか現地の
I mean, there doesn't seem to be any reason why Strive wouldn't have a season 4.
ですね昨今の
They're still going strong.
対戦がメインになってはきているんですけどもやはりあれぐらい大
Yes! Yes! Offline. Dude, I love his hair.
熱意であって
I love his hair. Holy crap.
そういったものを我々も肌で感じることが
I want hair like that.
楽しみにしています周りが格闘ゲーマーだらけなんでエボの会場だけでなくて、飛行機の中だとか、実際のその会場ももちろんなんですけどホテルとかでも君もギルティギアやってるのみたいな会話とかが聞こえてきて
That's the thing, right? Not a lot of fighting games have over a few seasons, but I think we're in a different time now.
皆様と直接触れ合って、一緒に楽しめるっていうのは本当にエボの最大の魅力だと思っているので24年もね
And like I said, I feel like Strive is doing well, and we don't seem to have any news that anything else is coming out.
いきたいと思いますのでよろしくお願いいたしますそして2024年4月有明で開催されるエボジャパン2024ももうエントリーが開始されているようですトーナメントの参加も観戦もとても楽しい経験になると思いますのでまだお悩みの方はぜひ
I mean, I could cut my hair. I just don't know how to style it like that.
4月には日本有明で7月にはラスベガスでお会いしましょう Let's rock!
Yeah, let's go.
Video last year, a player named Daru took 3rd place in Guilty Gear Strive after winning the PlayStation Tournament's FTC Arcade Road to Evo 2023. But he wasn't the only player who won a free trip to last year's Evo and then went on to fight their way into the top 6. Grampus finished 4th in Dragon Ball Fighters and
dang.
Man grappled his way to 5th in Melting Blood.
Oh, dang.
And for anybody
okay. Never mind.
Champion Jing,
I was like, shoot, are they going to announce Dragon Ball? And I was going to be like, whoa.
Trip to Evo thanks to PlayStation Tournaments. Another spoiler, you can win your way to Evo again this year thanks to PlayStation Tournaments FGC Arcade. We'll have more details up at evo.gg very soon. Since we're talking about roads, I feel like it's appropriate to send it over to the Hado to give us an update on where Evo is going to be traveling.
Oh, dang, okay.
All right, we hit you with the announcement during Vegas last year. And today's update is that's still where we're at. We got excited, we jumped the gun a little bit. But there's still a new Evo location coming up soon. And we'll have more details for you when they're finished cooking. In the meantime, I'm gonna get back to work on that, and Vicious is gonna let you know about the next game in the lineup.
I got it. All right.
Dang.
Time to unbox our next game at Evo 2024, or actually, it might even be better.
Grand Blue?
It up as it did help last year's champion.
No. Whoa, there you go. There you go. King of Fighters 15. Wow. They just announced this right away. Okay. That's good. I'm glad. I'm very glad. Good for KOF fans, dude.
No, don't let it come.
And of course, the box reference is Xiaohai with the box around his hands.
Patience. Oh my God. Ahora yo.
King of Fighters 15, aka the Can Anyone Beat Xiaohai tournament.
King of Fighters 15.
はい、皆さんこんにちは。
Hey, Oppo.
プロデューサーの小田康之と、プロデューサーのジョシュアです。
Hello to all of our fans around the world. So this is Chief Producer on KOA 15.
Oh, Oda, sorry, Ogbo's Soul Calibur. Sorry, Oda. My bad.
Joshua Webb.
Forgot.
はい、Evo 2024のメイントーナメントに15が選出されました。応援ありがとうございます。
You nervous? Hey, at least Shanghai did get his revenge, right? In the most kind pop-off ever.
And that is all thanks to the amazing support of our fans around the globe. So please get your entries in early and get ready to fight.
また4月の
Shanghai should just be the Akuma of the tournament. He shouldn't even have to play. Just have the tournament and then just have Shanghai fight the champion.
And entries are already open for that one, so get your application in early.
また SNK 主催の SNK ワールドチャンピオンシップ
Well, they said it's going to be at a new venue, Claro, so I don't know. I don't
We're
know.
also happy to announce that the KOA 15 SNK World Championship Finals will be held in Los Angeles.
3月15日に最終予選を行い、その後16、17と決勝大会を行います。こちらの方は詳細の情報をお待ちください。
So last chance qualifiers will be held on March 15th, and then the finals will be held on March 16th and March 17th, with 32 fighters ready to battle it out.
また、発表済みの
I gotta. Oh, dang, Garu here. You're talking about the KOF World Finals, Otsuka?
Work in developing Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, which we announced at Evo last year. Please pay attention.
Did I call it Children of the Wolves again? Dang it. Stupid Children of the Atom is messing me up. Dang it.
KOF 15 joins Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and Guilty Gear Strive as a headline title for Evo Japan and Evo Las Vegas. Head on over to evojapan.gg to get your registration in, and while you're in Tokyo trying to get your selfie with the Roto Z-Man, make sure you stop by the Riot Games.
The Roto Z-Man.
Project Ella shop.
I'll just tell you right now, Otsuko, the chances of me being at the KOF Finals is very low.
With all the matches. While you're at it, be sure to follow along with Evo's socials and their brand new TikTok channel. While you have your phone out, be sure to text FGC619 to 888-222 for your chance to win a Chipotle buy one, get one. Besides, I'm sure Sejam would love nothing more than to make you a burrito. It would absolutely make him so happy to do that for you.
But not as happy as I am that our next game is making its debut as a featured title at Evo 2024.
Oh, okay. I thought they just meant series, but yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, no surprise.
What? 1 second! Shuabu perfectly playing the time. I got the punish into Skybound Art, but... The throw gets attacked. LBCP came out, and that's gonna do it. Cabrera reading the dive kick.
No surprises here. I mean, I guess the biggest surprise so far is that KOF is coming back, which means Dragon Ball FighterZ won't be in the lineup or they're going back to 9 games. It's one or the other, basically, at this point.
Hey everyone, Fukuhara, director of Rising here. I'm so excited that Rising has been selected
Hey,
as
look at him.
main title at Evo.
I mean, he's trying so hard. I don't think they needed to put the subtitles.
I look forward to seeing many exciting battles. So I hope that you'll enter if you can. See you in Las Vegas. And don't forget to enter Evo Japan too.
Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising is one of 4 games that will be making its debut as a main title at Evo 2024. And our next title is another one of those rookies.
Under Night in Births is Celeste. Yep. As soon as he said that, let's go. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Under Night had so much momentum during Unist that all got slaughtered by the pandemic. And to have Under Night coming back and really kind of achieving this momentum and being literally like one of the last sprite-based fighting games along with Melty Blood, I think it's so cool to have this game in here. just to continue that we actually have sprite-based fighting games. I live near LA, Otsuko, but I might not be available that weekend.
エボの配信をご覧になっている皆さん、
カモネ
バースシリーズのディレクター、フランス版の芹沢カモネです。アンダーナイトインバース2がエボジャパン2020。
He's been really awesome and very, very transparent on social media, talking about trying to fix everything.
歴史のあるエボに選ばれたこと、大変光栄に思います。
Yeah, good for Kamone.
ありがとうございます。前回のエボ2023ではサプライズでアンダーナイトインバース2を世界初公開させていただきました。
Yeah, that came out of nowhere, dude.
私有ブースもあり、多くのプレイヤーに遊んでいただきまして、それを我々の方でも見て、非常にゲーム開発の励みにさせていただきました。
Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
そういえば、2024年4月有明で開催されるエボジャパン2024。こちらのエントリーがもう始ま
Yeah, keep in mind, Under Night is distributed by ArcSys in US, I believe. But it is a French-bed title.
いただければなと思います。日本、東京で7月に
Blaze Blue is home in ArcSys.
おります。では皆様、エボジャパン2024、エボ2024でお会いしましょう。
Alright, so we've announced 7 of our 8 titles for Evo 2024. We still have our throwback game to announce. But before we get to that,
they do have a throwback game.
A lot of the changes coming to Evo, and there are a lot. So let's get to everything you guys
need
to
boy.
Evo 2024.
Oh boy.
By Chipotle.
Here we go.
This year, Evo is heading to a brand new venue, the West Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center. Now, this place is huge.
Convention Center. We've had it at the Convention Center.
There's going to be more space for everything you love about Evo. There's even going to be a dedicated registration area to keep the lines shorter.
Shorter is better.
The next big change, the show floor is going to be open all 3 days.
3 days?
Yep, 3 days.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Yeah, that's 3 days, Steve.
Nice.
The Evo show floor will be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with everything that you loved from last year.
The vendor village and artist alley?
Yep.
Publisher booths?
For sure.
The Beyond the Arcade Stick Museum?
I did say everything, Steve. Plus, this year's Evo Arcade will be the largest in Evo history.
Dang.
With an even bigger free play section as well as a BYOC area.
A bigger BYOC is always better.
Evo will also be debuting an art gallery that features works from the history of the FGC. And for the cosplayers out there, the cosplay contest will be returning bigger and better with a photo diorama as well as featured judges. But just to be clear, the cosplay needs to be fighting game related in order to be a part of the contest.
So interesting. No Chipotle cosplay?
Technically, there was a burrito in Street Fighter 6, so... There's also going to be a brand new dedicated stage for the Evo Showcase on Friday with panels, reveals, interviews, exhibitions, and better lighting featuring the publisher's community members. And if your favorite game didn't make it to the Evo main stage this year, don't worry. Remember, the Evo community stage is taking applications right now. So if you want to see your favorite game on an Evo stage, you gotta go to evo.gg.
Somebody better put up Melty.
You heard the man. Because this year, it's 3 days of fun on the Evo show floor.
Well, that deconfirmed Melty.
The community stage, the cosplay contest, the Evo showcase, the new history of the FGC art gallery, publisher booths, and a bigger BYOC area.
A bigger BYOC is always better.
That means you're gonna need somewhere to stay. Don't worry, we got you. There are Evo hotel blocks available at Resorts World as well as the Westgate.
Yeah, they're both pretty nice.
I got one more big change for you all this year. We don't need a separate ticket for the arena. Right, Hado?
It's true. This is the first time.
Okay.
Your badge is going to get you into the show floor and into the finals experience. To be able
nice. Back to one ticket.
Sunday for every game to see it on that big stage. Walk in, watch a game, go out, check the arcade, go back into the finals experience, leave, go check out the artist alley, run back in there for whatever's going to close out the show.
So we're back to old school style. Sunday is just going to be a big thing in the floor.
Future games will be played on the Evo main stage.
Yeah, there you go.
See the finals of Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 1, Guilty Gear Strive, King of Fighters 15, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Under Night In-Birth 2, or...
Whoa, relax. We haven't announced the throwback game yet.
Thanks, Obama. If you want to see all 8 featured games on the main stage,
only 8.
Badge that gets
Only
you
8.
to the show floor will also get you into the new arena experience on Saturday as well as Sunday.
Steve, you're not supposed to be back here.
Yeah, I am. But he will be allowed into the arena with the same badge that got him onto the show floor. Thanks for the segue, St. Dan.
You're welcome, Vicious.
Finally, if you want to buy tickets, head over to evo.gg. That is your one-stop shop to buy competitor badges, applying for the community stage, as well as applying for the cosplay contest. If you happen to miss anything I just said, just like that one person in chat, that's right, I see you, head over to evo.gg. We've got you covered.
All right.
That was a lot. All right. There's only
So-
one more featured game here to review
Yep.
for 2024. And to do it, I'd like to invite a very special guest.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to invite a very special guest.
Come on. Let's go, Justin!
It is! It is! Yo! This was my first guess! This was my first guess!
He's in the corner. Roundhouse. That's it. That's it.
That's it. Dookie takes it.
I mean, we have one of the anniversaries. I don't know. Like,
gentlemen, Alex Bayer, round of applause.
It's a good question. I think the PS4 version is actually pretty good.
The third chapter, so what's it gonna be? The third strike, y'all, a Street Fighter 3.
Interesting.
That's right, Third Strike is back, baby.
It's been a long time, Justin, and first of all, thanks for joining us, but dude, this game has changed so many people's lives. So what's it like seeing Third Strike come back to EVO 2024 on the main stage like this?
It's going to be crazy because I think it's going to be, personally, the biggest year for Third Strike. Everybody's playing it. So many ways to play it at home now. And
Fightcade!
It's like the most game I played since the pandemic, right? So I feel like I'm personally really sharp. So is the rest of the world. And everybody just loves Third Strike. So I'm really excited what's going to happen on stage, who's going to be there, who's going to come, who's just going to represent.
2024 is the 20th anniversary of Moment 37, and Third Strike, I think that makes this
makes sense.
Of Moment 37. I mean, that moment has had such an impact, not only on just the FGC, but on esports. All that said, when you think about Third Strike,
Makes sense. 20th. Forgot it's the 20th.
Well, you don't think about the person who won the tournament, Evo 2004. You think about Evo Moment 37, and I think that's the beautiful part.
That's right, Daigo didn't win.
Who are not into fighting games, or who basically are newcomers in fighting games. They're like, this is the reason why I got into the FGC. This is the reason why I picked up a fighting game at my local game store. So I feel like without this moment, like, we might not have a lot of people playing the game, right, in general. So it's just beautiful to see so many people still loving Third Strike, still can appreciate it.
Yeah, what version are they going to play on?
It's like fine wine, you know what I mean? That's what it comes to Third Strike.
All right, Justin, so you finished second place in Third Strike 2 times at EVO. Is this the year that you finally secure your 10th EVO championship and you do it with Third Strike in EVO 2024?
It's so tough because the person that beat me was Nuki. You know him. One of the legends, one of the gods of Street Fighter in Japan, and he beat me twice, man. Literally, first place is him, second place is me. But I would say I'm in the best shape of my life when it comes to Third Strike. I love playing the game.
Interesting, okay.
And play sets with the best players like, Hayo, Tominaga. So I really do think I have a good shot, right? So I'm gonna really try.
Interesting.
Third Strike.
we appreciate it a lot, Justin. And that's about it for the 2024 EVO announcement show. You know the date, you know the venue, and you know the games that are going to be played, as well as knowing how some of the people show up just a little bit too late and start asking, what did we miss? We're not going to do all that. So instead, we're going to throw it over to Tasty Steve with Steve Splains, Evo 2024.
Oh no.
Take it away, Steve.
Oh no.
Wait, first no one tells me I had some splaining to do, and then you start the timer without telling me? It's okay. I'm a professional. Let's take it from the top. Evo 2024 is presented by Chipotle. And like my friend Sayjam said, it's 3 days. I repeat, the show floor is open for 3 days, and you're gonna need all 3 of those days because it's the biggest Evo ever. Publisher boost, art gallery featuring the history of the FGC, a bigger cosplay contest, the biggest Evo arcade ever, and a bigger BYOC area.
A bigger BYOC is always better.
Of course it is, Obama. Of course it is.
Is that an inside joke?
Dedicated stage with announcements, exhibitions, interviews, and more Seth Killian. Everybody loves Seth Killian. Evo has a new venue, the West Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center. Evo has gotten so big that we've moved to the big Intal venue for all 3 days. More good news, your show floor ticket gets you into the all-new arena experience. This year, it's one ticket for everything. You can go see your favorite game in the arena, go back to the show floor, back to the arena, and end your day on the show floor if you choose. Which is great, because all 8...
Interesting, is it gonna be like different rooms?
On the main stage. Which games, you ask? I told you I got you. Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear Strive, Mortal Kombat 1, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Under Night In-Birth 2,
King of Fighters 15,
and the return of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Look at that, with time to spare. For you guys to finish watching me eating my burrito.
Nope, we're good. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for watching the 2024 Evo announcement show. We'll see you all in Las Vegas for Evo 2024.
I feel like they're green screened, or are they actually there? I'm not sure. Hey, shout outs to Zed Tabani.
Yeah, living the impact as soon as I push forward and tell them to hold that, roll back. I don't see any limit, they're lacking the vision and asking why the hell I would risk it. I'm basically different, I'm everything they say that I isn't. The arcade era live in my spirit. Don't tell me to move on, as soon as all the pressure gets too strong. Feel like I was born here for something to prove wrong. When was that moment when you felt that sound and heard the crowd shake ground, screaming one more round? Let the lights flash over the main stage, I'm still brave, battling the giants are still made to will fate.
So, Dr. Cheesesteak, you're saying that the fact that he never ate that burrito bothers you? This is what happens when you do stuff with multiple takes. Because, you know, who knows if you have to do a retake, you're going to have to get a whole brand new burrito. But yeah, I mean, look, my original prediction was Third Strike. I felt like Third Strike was the most likely game for the throwback, and people were like, well, it's at Evo Japan, so probably not. So I changed my pick to, you know, Killer Instinct. But I was right the first time. I'm never listening to you guys again. I'm never letting you guys change my opinions. No, I was kidding. But yeah, so again, if we take a look at what my lineup prediction was, if we actually, hang on a second, let me... I'm not doing anything here. My prediction was clearly 100% correct. And I did predict that King of Fighters 15 was going to be there over Dragon Ball FighterZ. And it certainly is. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, Justin's right. Third Strike has gotten a lot of new players playing. A lot of new fans. And I mean, I wouldn't say RIP to Killer Instinct. I'm sure it'll find its way to Evo eventually. And again, I don't think DNF is done or anything like that. So again, there's only 8 games. It's really, really tough. Like I said, every year there's always one, you know, community that gets really, really, you know, that is obviously hurt, and it's very unfortunate, but you only have so much room. And not only that, but there's going to be a lot of side tournaments. Dragon Ball FighterZ will have a big enough presence at Evo regardless. So they didn't announce anything about top 6. That's a good point, Fanta. So I'm not really sure if they are actually doing a top 6 or a top 8. Maybe they haven't decided yet, because last year everything was actually on time. Even when Tekken kind of ran a little late, they were able to catch up and they finished on time and it was great. I don't know if they want to jeopardize those chances again, because what you don't realize out there is that if you run late on a venue, dude, that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. But yes, maybe with the open venue, because it's the convention center, maybe it's different. Who knows? Not sure. But I'm not sure. We'll see what happens here. So, yeah, I mean, probably the lowest entry game will probably be on Friday, like before. So it'll probably be a one-day tournament like that. So yeah, I mean, we're talking about the Evo news right now, Fusion. What's up, Fonzie? And so, yeah, I think, I mean, the most interesting thing here is that Evo was at the convention center in the past. This is probably the biggest, like, contentious, like, thing here. Like, obviously, it's great to be in the convention center in Vegas because it's big, it's larger, there's more room, etc., etc. I mean, we can't even complain about the fact that there's no carpets in there anymore, because there hasn't been carpet in Evo for the longest of time. It has just been concrete forever. But the hardest thing about it is that obviously we aren't going to have the position where we are in the same venue as the hotel. And that probably is going to be the trickiest part. You're going to have to either walk there or take the public transportation to get there. And keep in mind that Evo in the summer is brutal out there. Again, you know, the transit system is probably the best way to go. But, you know, having to walk back and forth and, you know, getting back to your hotel room is going to be a little bit trickier with it being there, because I still remember, like, at the past few Evos, it was very easy just to walk back to my room. Occasionally, I mean, even though the walk was hella far half the time, it was still nice that I could do it. But yeah, it is like a 10-minute walk, I think people have said. So so we'll see what happens with that. But again, having the bigger venue is still probably a better idea. Again, the reason why Evo moved to that convention center was because there was no venue large enough to hold Evo at one point. The convention center at the Mandalay Bay was something we moved into afterwards because they built it afterwards. But before that, we literally had no venue that was big enough until the Mandalay Bay opened that convention center. And now it sounds like that convention center might just not be big enough, or perhaps Evo just doesn't want to deal with the arena kind of situation again, which again, you know, was awesome. It was great for presentation. It sounds like they're going to try to turn one of the convention center halls into an arena by itself. So perhaps the way that it's going to work is that, you know, the tournament, convention, everything will be in one room, but there will be a separate arena, but it's one ticket for the entire thing. People are saying $180 for all 3 days, which sounds fair to me. I don't remember what the price was last year, but again, we're not going to have the situations where tickets are going to get scalped like they did for Sunday. You know, etc., etc. So I think that's actually kind of fair, to be honest with you. So, how much was the tournament? How much was the pass last year? I don't even remember at this point. But again, you don't need to have the ticket anymore. And so, you know, having the ability to go all 3 days, I think is really, really cool. Not having to worry about getting passes, etc., etc. So, you know, hopefully that works really well. But yeah, I mean, $180 for all 3 days. Again, I mean, these things keep getting bigger. They're not getting any cheaper to run, man. They're not getting any cheaper to run, unfortunately. So I don't know if they have much of a choice at this point, but to continue to, you know, raise prices and such. So, I mean, you can apply to be a judge. I think they're taking judge applications right now, Factory Worker 1, probably. There's a lot of merch, Dr. Doomski. The Gaming Generation booth will have the Evo branded merchandise, but what's best about it is the majority of the merchandise that you can buy at Evo will be the artist alleys and the vendor booths and stuff like that. And what's cool about that is that means that all the money that you're spending and all the cool stuff that you're buying are community created, and thus you're giving money to the community, as back to the community. So a lot of stuff there purchasable is going to be via the artist alleys and the vendors over there. There will be official vendors, like I know 86 has always had booths over there to sell t-shirts as well. So there will be the official vendors. But there will also be a lot of really cool fan art, fan merch, fan plushies, fan pixel graphics, fan bead sprites, fan whatever you're looking for most likely will be there as well. So there will be lots of things that you can purchase there. So but again, controller chaos, exactly, custom painted controllers, etc. There's going to be a lot of stuff to buy and do there. And again, yes, Evo is now more convention, almost more convention than tournament. It's really kind of half and half at this point. And while before that used to be a complaint from people like, wow, why is Evo turning into a convention? But this is a good thing now because, like I said, in the past, I've often told the stories of when we were running Evo, when we were like, when Tom and Tony were like, Evo is a tournament. It will always be a tournament first. And then all these people came up to Tom and Tony and were like, hi, I brought all this money to buy all this merch. Where can I get stuff? And we were like, So yeah, it's actually better for it to be a convention. It gives people a lot more to do. The arcades, the museums that they're going to put up, all the, cool stuff that you can buy. People want to go there and get souvenirs and stuff like that. So, it's actually better that it has turned more, more into a convention-like atmosphere because it really is cool. And again, it really showcases a lot from the community as well. Every time I talk to people in the Artist Alley, they always say that Evo is hands down one of the events that they basically sell the most merchandise. Many people have underestimated the amount of merch that they would sell at Evo and actually sell out in like the first day, and now it'll be open all 3 days. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting situation, but they usually all do very, very well at Evo, but that is because of the support of the fans and just how much people want to buy stuff there. Again, this is not a bad thing that Evo is very much like a convention now. It's very, very nice. So most of the time they should have those, like, any vendor these days worth their salt has those, square or whatever, remote pocket things to charge for cards. Pretty sure most people will do cards. I again, don't quote me on that. Maybe some of them only do take cash. Just be warned that all of the ATMs in Vegas will try to charge you a lot because it's Vegas. It's Vegas. There you go. Omni Otsko says that most did card last year. So there you go. Yeah, and that's the important thing, like Original Gamer says, and what Gentle Snow says, Evo is tourney first, but it's plenty to offer for anyone not in a bracket. That's the important thing, is that the majority of the people, 25% of the players in every tournament will go 0-2. And when you've gone 0-2, and there's nothing left to do, right? But now you've got the arcades, you've got the panels, you've got the presentations. It's just, there's so much to do at Evo again. The main stage at Evo last year in the hall was always for all the panels and the exhibitions. That's where Seth Killian had the Mena interview. That's where we had like the exhibition, the KI exhibition match took place over there. That's where we had a lot of people talk about the new stuff. SNK announced a bunch of new stuff at their little panel on the main stage, etc., etc. So there's just a lot to do at Evo, and that's really great. And to be fair and to be absolutely honest, and again, one of the reasons why it's actually nice that it is in Vegas, where I know a lot of people don't like Vegas, but if you go to Evo and you actually think Evo sucks, there's a lot to do in Vegas too. There's a lot of good shows that you can go see. I recommend a lot of the Cirque du Soleil shows are always wonderful. There's a lot of comedy shows, just lots of cool things that you can check out over there in Vegas. It's also open 24 hours, so you could always gamble into the night, which you shouldn't do if you have early matches. But yeah, Beatles love. I loved it because I'm a big Beatles fan, for example. But there's a lot of really, really cool stuff. Yeah, the Pinball Museum is there, although they haven't really been maintaining it as well as before. What was the investigation cone? What was the name of the escape room that we went to? We went to an escape room that was amazing out in Vegas, honestly. So, what did Super Yan tweet out over here? Let's see here. What did Super Yan tweet out here? LCQ and Capcom Cup around the corner in Southern California. A lot of folks from out of state might be trying In and Out for the first time. So you have negative opinions about it. This is a gentle reminder to shut the fuck up. And nobody cares, shut your mouth. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, honestly, yeah. We'll see. Oh, Lost Games LLC. So I don't know if they're still there, but when we did the escape room at Lost Games LLC, it was amazing. It was really, really, really fun. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to do in Vegas. So you can even stay an extra day. Last year, I finally went to, what was the Tacos El Gordo? I finally went to a Tacos El Gordo, and it was actually really, really good. If you want to actually spend a lot of money, there's always options for really nice dining out there. There's so many wonderful dining places out there. So if you are somebody who has the capital to splurge a little bit, there are amazing restaurants. There's a lot to do in Vegas. And again, people don't understand this, but flights to Vegas are generally cheaper than flights to a lot of other places. Even the hotels on the Strip are generally cheaper, because they want you to stay at the hotel because they want you to lose money gambling. So if you're like me, you can easily avoid all the gambling, and it's not a problem. So, but yeah, there's a lot to do there. So again, that's kind of one of the reasons why they do it, like a convention now. A lot of good stuff over there. So again, I really do recommend going to Evo and making sure that you do try to be in the arena for Sunday, because again, when you're one of the most beautiful things last year, and this is one of the first times that I feel like it happened, was nobody left the arena. Nobody left the arena. Like, after Marvel was done, I was expecting everybody to get up and leave, and then I can move closer to the front. But nobody left. Like, everybody was there from like beginning to end. It was crazy. So basically, I mean, again, the Sunday experience is wild. It's so much fun. You get a lot of crazy announcements. And when you're in that arena and you get to hear like the audience go absolutely nuts, and you're in there going nuts with it. Like, if you were there in the audience for the Street Fighter 6 Top 6, I mean, that was magical, because just people screaming and crazy. It's so good. It's so good. So it's really, really important to, make sure that you do experience the Sunday. The best platform to practice Third Strike, I think right now, without question, is Fightcade. I believe it's Fightcade, because I think it's one of the most accurate, and that is where you will find the largest community of players playing. Anything that's on Fightcade, that's where you'll find the community playing. Vampire Savior, Third Strike, Super Turbo, Hyper Fighting Champion Edition, etc., etc. Yeah, I mean, they didn't say anything about top 8, top 6. I wonder if they're still trying to make that decision, which is why they didn't say anything. But, hopefully we can get back to top 8, because top 8 is still preferable. Even if we don't have a top 8, I hope 7th and 8th place players are invited to the award ceremony so they can have their time on the stage and stuff like that. I think would be much better. So, and yeah, I mean, again, we're talking about Third Strike. I mean, look, obviously Chen Yun and Ken dominate that game. There's going to be some variety in there, but, I mean, let's be honest. Let's not be surprised if we do see a lot of Chen Yuns and Kens, especially when it's something as prestigious as Evo. Life is different with old games when there wasn't a lot of money and stuff like that. So, man. So there you go. It looks like all the events are live right now, so you can sign up. You can actually start entering right now. So, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Arcade is how Third Strike is listed. Are they actually going to try to run Third Strike on cabinets? Yo. Yo. What do the rules say? What do the rules say? The rules will actually tell you exactly what platform it's being run on that. I'm sure I think SNK will announce Season 3 of KOF at the SNK World Championships. That's my guess. Dude, sticks and pads. I don't know. Maybe they'll have the system where they can actually plug the USB into the cabinets. Right? They have that. They have those kind of systems out there. So we'll see what happens, because literally that exists. That actually exists at arcades and such. I think Casa Bunch has those. A few other places have cabinets that allow you to do that. So I'm sure that's something that they're going to consider. No rules, just that Gil is banned, huh? Okay. Interesting. Okay, so... Oh, Start.gg is like the absolute worst thing ever. So, but that'll be interesting if they actually do cabinets. That's crazy. That's crazy if that's actually the case. So, but, that's the Evo announcement. Really cool stuff. Really exciting to see all that stuff happening over here. So, you guys definitely, if you can, make it to Evo. I always recommend it. If anything, just once in your life. Like I said, I can't guarantee you'll have the greatest time of your life. If you're a fighting game fan, there's a very good chance you will. Obviously, people have different experiences. Sometimes little things can ruin the trip or whatever like that. But it is, for the most part, an amazing experience. And it's wonderful, and at least just experience it once for yourself to see what it's like. So it's really, really fun. So again, for all of the games, it's normally just being played on console. So you don't need adapters, right? You have to bring your own adapters if you're using something that doesn't work. But for Third Strike, if they're going to play it on cabinet, they're probably going to have those USB slots that you can plug into and stuff. So, but yeah, Artist Alley, the arcade. And again, keep in mind that this arcade is not just an arcade of like fighting games. Like literally they had everything. Like they had a row of all the Donkey Kong games. They had gun games. They had rhythm games everywhere. There was even a secret Project L cabinet in the arcade too, if you looked carefully enough. They had everything in the arcade section, so you definitely want to, you can spend some time there. I never get to spend time in the arcade, but it's a lot of fun. So, but they did have, yes, of course, a gigantic fighting game section as well, with old school fighting games, some fighting games that you've never heard of. Buriki 1 was there, etc. The badges being $180, it's because it's for all 3 days now. It's for all 3 days. So it's not a situation where there's a 2-day and then Sunday venue badge. You buy one badge and you're there the entire time, and you can go into the arena and out of the arena, etc., etc. Dang, all of Third Strike top 8 is going to be best of 5? Dang, let's go. Let's go. So, but yeah, I mean, again, these events, they're getting bigger. We can't expect the price to stay the same forever at this point. It's tough. Yeah, the floor is going to be open all on Sunday. Essentially, it's $60 a day, right? It's $60 a day, and you don't need to buy extra arena tickets, which will get scalped or might be even more expensive. So I think it's, you know, it sucks, obviously, $180, but, you know, again, how much are a lot of these events, right? A lot of these conventions that you go to are very expensive. And I feel like that this is still actually, you know, fair for a 3-day event with 3 days worth of entertainment. At least I hope it is for you guys. So, okay. So, that's Evo. Obviously, surprise here, no Dragon Ball Fighters, but I kind of felt like that's kind of what it was going to be. Unfortunately, but hopefully Vortex Gallery will be running a big Dragon Ball Fighters tournament, you know, on the side. I hope the Dragon Ball Fighters players still come out and support it, because again, you know, just because it's not at a main game at Evo means nothing in terms of, is the game dead? Is the game like no RIP this, RIP that. Look, people are still playing Sailor Moon on the Super Nintendo, for goodness sakes, you know. No fighting game is dead. As long as people are playing it, the game stays alive. And so, you know, that's just the way it works. And Dragon Ball will probably have a resurgence once the rollback netcode drops. But the crazy thing about it is we are actually at a point where, you know, not counting the throwback games, so if we have 7 games like this, the fact that we have 7 such solid games and an 8th game that has to get cut out is pretty crazy, because every year usually is like, okay, these 3 are guaranteed. So what are the other ones? These ones are like tier 2, and then here's the ones that might get cut. But this year, the fact that we're at a point where it's like, look, we have 8 games that feel like they should be guaranteed to make it in, so one of them is not going to make it, just means we're in a very, very good era of fighting games where the quality is so high. And again, the crazy part about it is that this year, we literally have 5 games that are brand new. We have 5 games that are brand new to Evo. Oh no, 4 games, because Street Fighter 6 was there. We have 5 games that came out in the last year, I should say. 5 games that came out in the last year. So, pretty cool. And I like the lineup. Again, Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 1, Guilty Gear Strive, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, Under Night In-Birth 2, Sis Celeste, King of Fighters 15, and the throwback game will be Street Fighter 3, Third Strike. So there you go. But, you know, for those of you here watching on Twitch, I'm going to do one more section over here. But those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for tuning in and, you know, listening to my thoughts about this Evo this year. Really hope that I can see you at Evo and meet you there. It'll be a lot of fun. But it'll be good times. It'll be good times. So try to get to Evo if you can. Like I said, if you're a fighting game fan, it might just change your life. I mean, honestly, it is a magical experience. It's so much fun. I can't recommend it enough. So, all right, that'll be it for this segment here. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And for those of you on YouTube and on podcast listening to this right now, the day that this podcast graced your ears was the most important day of your life. But for me,
it was Tuesday.